Hey guys, Greg Madrigal from Sierra Nets here. Recently a friend of mine contacted me asking me how to repair a torn net bag on his fly fishing rubber net bag. And he had a tear near the bottom, which is typical when you have fish like muskie or even some toothy browns will tend to rip this if they get their jaw caught in it. So rather than replace the net, I told him how to repair it, and I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Let me show you a couple of tools that you may have laying around the house to help you repair it. We have basically you need a heat source, so you can use anything from a soldering torch to a little butane torch. I use this for doing paracord, or even a lighter would work. Also your stove. One common method I've used in the past is to use a gas burning stove and a butter knife, believe it or not. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. You can also use a pocket knife, any flat piece of metal such as this file. And then one thing that comes in real handy is a vice grips, pair of vice grips for holding your flat metal item at an angle. In this case, if you look over here, I put in a putty knife into my front vise, and that's what I'm going to use just during this demo. So I'm going to need a heat source. I'm going to need my bag, which has a rip in it right there, you can see where it's torn, two edges. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat just the corner here will be sufficient. And we're going to actually put these two sides in, melt them, and then slide them off to create a strong joint that's going to be just as strong as the original net. So let me get this heated up. It's going to take about 15 seconds to get it to temperature. You don't want to overheat it, or else it'll basically turn the rubber into charcoal. If you see black, that's bad. So what we just want to do is get it where it's nice and hot, up to temperature where the two sides can melt into each other. So we're just about there. I'm going to heat the other side just to make sure. Now this is a thin blade, so it won't hold the heat very long like a screwdriver might, but this will definitely work as long as we work efficiently. So I'm taking the heat off. I'm grabbing both sides of the joint and keeping them right in line with each other. I'm going to touch them. You'll see the smoke from the melting. Slide them off and right onto each other, and you can see there's a nice bead around the joint there where they're melting together. We're just going to hold it here for approximately 15-20 seconds to allow it to cool and to strengthen. And now it's cool enough right now that we can let it go, but I can still see that it's very clear looking, which means it's still it's still hot. So I'm going to blow on it a little bit just to help cool it down. You can even put a little saliva on there to facilitate the cooling. And then that's about it, guys. You can see that the bottom of the net is totally together in one piece. There's the joint right there, and it's strong too. I'm going to demonstrate just pulling the net apart, and you can see I'm stretching the whole net and it's still holding. So that's about it. Just need a heat source, flat piece of metal, and you're good to go. Easy fix. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and talk to you soon. Thank you.